around with the mobility, and you top off that by having that Hylos there to help kind of slow down the opposing team. But you just have to watch out for the amount of crowd control from Falcons here.
You would really want to be as aggressive as you can, especially as Ukir here. But one common trend we've been seeing in the previous games as well is just how up against the Selena, just to try to make sure that they gain control of the mid lane. Their mid duels tend to be more aggressive, but now that the pick reel is in the Falcons' hands, so they kind of probably play around that a little bit more. It's the hit or miss concept of the Selena that they really have to take into consideration for the game.
Looking at the emblem here too, you know, the flop team is running the hybrid as well, you know, just helping them on this Bedang. I know there's a couple different versions of Bedang explained and even that road version, so hold on.
Earlier vitalize on Champion, gets hit with the retribution, slow down, there's a damage. Yes, there is. How does he go first blood?
That abyssal trap didn't even hit. That was some sort of way, but we were expecting something from the point you deny that snowball that really kind of was super dangerous when it comes back. Like, it's hard right now. Like, serious crap. It's one of the biggest threats you can have at Selena. Like, you're not able to engage in these threats, so you have to be able to
Comes down to mid, gets that level 4. They're going to go ahead and start up this fight for the first turtle. Falcons will get in position 2. They've got what they need.
Looking like they're taking it slow as Few catches an arrow. That's a man down for Team Falcons. But Kyle Easy, this is a retribution. The implosion by Oakwood. I'm sorry, Oakwood gets a kill. Big knockup. Lewis barely standing, gets hit with a fist crack. And the fist break. And now Champion left. The surge and the finishing touch. The flourish by Kyle.
Here's left alone here. We will go for those 3 members.
Oakwood knocking the ball, serving up a triple to Kyle T.
I'm not sure, you know, the concept the idea there from Ukir was like, I only get 1, but unfortunately ends up giving another kill over to Kyle T. You talk about it early game, power like already for a studio, 4-0 and 1.
And everyone there were together. So even when those that single of the arrow connected onto a big target, it's not a target that's cool. At the same time, something we probably expect from Shark Omega in the early game.
I mean, that's, you know, I know you like to play Suyo, Leo. That's every jungler's golden dream, if you will, because it's golden month, right? You get 5-0 right now on a Suyo. You got the 100 strike this early.
I did this earlier today.
You did.
It feels great.
I was there.
It feels great. Oh, Lappy catches one. Serving up kill for Few. Nice pick off for Falcons as Omega is left reeling. Again, Falcons drafted a lineup that goes online much earlier. I didn't expect it to happen on the other side of the map.
It's funny because we're going to mention this before into the game. Like, both lineups look like they want to start aggressively, and it was just Falcons that started the fight earlier in this game 1. Garnering nearly a 4,000 gold lead at 4.5 minutes in. This turtle should be theirs. It looks like Smart Omega actually wants to contest it.
Goes back to the capital. Deterring any retreat from Falcons. Turtle falls, Falcons gets an shield, plays it, 100% 2-for-2 so far. Another strike by Few. On the back line, Nori trying to find the item on kids, and Chapel tries to deter any more retreats once more. Lappy gets 1. Lewis, perfect kill. And now Super Marco blasted away. Severed from Kyle Easy. Now the Primal Wrath in. Super Marco slays the wild Centaur man as he walks with 4 kills to the board, 4,000 gold ahead.
That team fight was long enough for Super Marco to make it. And he was able to get that kill, which could probably add up to the way he's currently leading in terms of gold. The highest earning man in this game so far. That isn't looking so good. If he gets the highest user immediately at this point in the game, then the range will be a huge threat here for Smart Omega.
Asking you shall receive.
Asking you shall receive. He's already got it locked in, so that's why he wants to be joining these fights when he can. But I was also impressed with the fact that even despite that deficit before that turtle started up, that Smart Omega was actually able to go ahead and duke it out for that fight and last that long. The only downside, and I know the Salinas have been popping up a lot now, and it's like you throw out the arrows and you don't land. It's unfortunate because you kind of have to wait for the next two to be up before you can actually do much in a team fight kind of objective there. Oh, we're not going to get that.
Okay. Well, I mean, the lineup here for Smart Omega, the concept of like having Capnu constantly gather information or constantly being the fix of the Falcons actually increases the chances of those little arrows connecting and actually finding ways to start the fight for Smart Omega. But as you previously mentioned, it isn't like they actually spot out members from Falcons alone. It's always that they're grouped together or paired up, similar to what we're seeing across the map right now. And even when they decide to go in, it doesn't feel like their damage is enough. The fights always get split up, and even when they go for their targets, it just doesn't work!
Jones taken out on camera. The kind of easy in the queue. Lovely open. Oh, wow. Quick pincer pass. Super Marco retaliating. Lewis taken down. That's the half health. Pass off. That was a getting that I think Omega wants to take for themselves. They said, find them.
They win that position for the sandwich play, and then it just kind of backfired on them. Again, you have to take into consideration just how far ahead, items and gold-wise Falcons are. So even though that might have worked in their favor, ultimately it just backfires.
Yeah, and it's very unfortunate that it was Jome which fell first for Smart Omega.
Open, ready for a fight. Flicker implosion coming in from the master. The answer, the build air strike. Voice battle sent in by Chapnu. Marco shut down by Andorio, though too much of the electrical beats. And Chom gets taken out by the ultimate combo of the Filipino cannon. 2 for 1 the trade.
How do you dance around the members of Falcons Esports if you were Joe? You want to go with your heavy crossbow, just run around and damage their members, but you'd have to take into consideration the burst coming in from Few at this point, that well-reserved and timed implosion plays from Open, and the disruption from Flapteezy. It works so well for Falcons Esports now that they're able to group up so early.
That's why I like the right? He's pretty much tanky, but it's mainly for those abilities to go ahead and get the fist crack in, get the ultimate down, and everything else. So very great usage of the utility this hero brings to these team fights.
Oh my god, look at this. No regard for self-preservation. Kyle Beasley goes straight for the BLD. He doesn't care. Nope, I don't want Winter Crown. I just want kill.
Yeah, it's actually just Flap tacky right now.
Taking one in, plus a snipe from Super Marco from downtown. Chapnu falls.
That was just well lined up right there, It keeps happening at Norton. I'm not sure, again, if you want to really be in two kind of risky positions, but maybe if you're Smart Omega, this is just kind of what it results to, right?
Yeah, you can't just go in if you were Smart Omega, even if you were Undoor. You also has the Blood Wings already, so he will probably have higher chances of being able to escape or even use the Wings by Wings to get away from all those attempts from Undoor. And if it weren't Undoor, earlier we've seen this scenario where Joe actually tried to just push out the damage, but aside from the fact that it still wasn't enough, the fist crack, the fist break, they were all reserved from him. So Miss Obvious, Slap was just able to make sure that Joe was someone they were able to pin down. So things are becoming that for Smart Omega, especially as now first objective comes into the hands of Falcons, and it doesn't seem like they'll be letting any outer turrets stay after this.
And this is tough too, because if you're looking at the lineup of Smart Omega, like you need quite a bit of time for them to actually get online, especially for the Spirit build. Again, Ukir's only really able to land off the shots, but then you can't really follow up. You get an additional arrow off just because of how far behind you are. So these turrets are going to be made quick work of while they wait for that Lord to approach from the bottom side, but they're just going to go in.
They pop all the shields, ushering in one small siege minion, and top lane as well. We'll see a crash on the way. Smart Omega doing their darndest to quell Falcons push.
Yep, Andorio just will really try to minimize the amount of waves that will be coming in, but he can't deny the fact there's a concealed play as well from Master Owen. They could threaten away Smart Omega. I cannot see the tempo setting come in from Smart Omega.
Fuel pulls out the feathered airstrike, pushing in bottom lane inhibitor. That's just the top lane left for Smart Omega, and they're doing their best. They are holding on. They didn't even leave their base.
They can't leave the base. 11 minutes in. ahead. Just a very one-sided game one here for Falcons so far, with the Bronx guys just kind of trying to figure out what can we do. It resulted in throwing Andoru all over the map, trying to cut away his skill, but it's
the flicker and the onward from Lewis might not work out, but here's Lewis follows up next, captures down the throw, it's a double for Kyle, and that's two to defense.
You want to buy time, but how could you? In this kind of situation where Falcons just keep going for it.
Charge surge, finds Andoru, forcing him to back off, retreat to his own side of the jungle. Oh, he's playing off, this just happened. Falcons takes him down, Kyle and Andoru. Alright, hiding it one, surging into one brush, fades the recall, Alvin severs the heel, Andoru went around, Tommy Jerry.
the Casimir and the rest of the team, they're not happy with that. They got all
In comes View, with the wings, they're going to near the wide rush, and the shot, and the takedown. Also thrown the takedown to Hyman.
With perfect timing, Andoru won't be there for the Lord. Not that they would be confident enough to contest it either way, but that is minimizes their chances of making other plays. They could like bring up their goals, because that's what they're doing, but that's what they need right now. They're really at a disadvantage. It feels like a very passive situation or gameplay from Smart over them.
This is one of those situations where you just, I don't know, even for me, it's like, man, we gotta move on to that. You saw the damage, right? I mean, even though Kier and Jones were behind Flat. And I know, Flat, for the most part, playing this today, he's been able to set things up with that his crack and his break and everything else, but that's a big problem. The Lord is obviously shaking, it's gonna get ready to run plays. Falcons did everything they had in the first quarter, getting all the turrets down. So base is exposed, and now you're facing probably one of the biggest leads this weekend. Deficits that Tournament has to deal with is the sport market.
I mean, if they get to